and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Marin and here you will find a little beauty, a little books, and a little teaching content. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, I would love for you to subscribe and stick around and join me in my little corner of YouTube. Today's video is going to be my next Project Pan update for 2024. So let's go ahead and get into it. I will go ahead and link you to last month's update up in the card, and I will also leave a link to my intro down in the description box if you would like to go ahead and check those out, just in case this is the first Project Pan video you are tuning into. But basically, I am doing a 24 in 2024 Project Pan this year. I have already completed one item, so I am down to 23, and I'm just going to go through this as quickly as possible. Now, I am filming this slightly later into the month than I would have liked, but if you watched my empties video, which I posted last week, you will have seen that I have been struggling with pink eye, and I'm just finally getting back into the swing of things. So that meant for a good period of time in March, I was not wearing any makeup, or especially eye makeup, but really no makeup at all because I just really did not feel well with everything that was going on. So keep that in mind as we go through. My totals are a little lacking for March. So let's go ahead and start off with my first product. This is the Briogeo Blossom and Bloom Volumizing Root Powder. It does look like this, and I have been tracking the progress. Now, I did only use this 2 times in March, so I did not make a new line. There is no discernible difference in terms of where it was and where it is, so no new line was drawn. The next item is this Pacifica Vegan Silk Blowout. I'm putting this in as like my styling cream, but I did use this 9 times in March, and actually you can see it made quite a dent. So I'm very happy with the progress I was able to make during the month, and hopefully that will just continue and I can get this used up and out of my collection before the end of the year. The next item is this Versed Backup Plan Acne Control Body Mist. It looks like this. I used this 9 times in March, and I did draw that blue line. So the progress between here and here was actually 2 months worth, but I did get a little bit more use out of it this month if you kind of divide that in half. So I'm happy with the progress, how it's going. I'm thinking this may get done in the first half of the year, and I would really love that. This has been hanging around for a while. I don't really need it in my collection, so this is one that I just want to get used up and moved out. The next item I have is this Olive & June Heal Balm Overnight Treatment. It looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and put progress pictures for you, but you can see that slowly but surely I am making progress on this, and my goal is going to be to completely finish this up this month. Now, I did use this only 3 times in March. I have gone back to using this on my hands at night. I don't like this. I've talked about this before. It's very oily, very messy, so I don't like this. I'm looking forward to getting it used up, and hopefully April will be when it is finally done. Then we have an item that has just been slow going this entire year, and that is the Bite Beauty Agave Plus Weekly Lip Scrub. It comes in a container like this. I have not made any marks on this because this looks exactly the same as it did because I only used it 1 time in March. I don't really need a lip scrub, so I'm trying to get this done this year. Mostly, 1, because it's getting old, it's been open to the air, so it's probably going to go bad here pretty quickly. And 2, I do like to try to use these items up to get my money's worth, but this one is a struggle because I just really don't need it. My lips are not overly dry. I don't feel like I need a lip scrub, so this was not a good purchase, and hopefully I can just do my best to get as much of it used up this year as possible. But I only used it 1 time, so there's absolutely no difference between the start of the year and now. Then we have an item that I'm making fantastic progress on and will be done this month. This is the Amore Pacific Treatment Enzyme Peel. I just have this little mini one right here, but you can see I am down to that blue line, and actually I used it once last night, so I'm actually below that at this point. My guess is there's 1 more use's worth of product in here, and then this will be done. So this will be an empty next month. Next up, I have a mask. This is the Origins Original Skin Retexturizing Mask. So it comes in a tube like this, and I did not draw a new line because I only used this once and there is absolutely no change in terms of where the product is. So when I fold it over, it is still in that same exact spot that I marked. So yeah, one use. Does not show a whole lot of anything in the packaging. So my goal is going to be to use this 3 times this month and hopefully be able to draw another line for my next update. Then we have another product that is just slow going, and this is purely out of laziness. This is the 10/10 nail polish in the shade Shimmer. It's a super pretty color. It's so easy to apply, and I just haven't used it. So the line that I drew is exactly where it still is because I did not use this at all in March. And I have not used it at all this month. I did put the base coat on like I was going to sit down and do this, and then I just never actually finished doing my nails. So nail polish is just not something that I wear very regularly at all, so this is a struggle. I am going to set myself a goal, like I did last month, to use this 2 times. We'll see if that happens. I will keep you apprised. Next, I have this e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I have actually been using this a bit more the past couple months, so I did use this 6 times. I use it on my cheeks, and I'm using it because the makeup that I've been using for some reason has been sitting really strangely on my skin of late. I've been having a lot of like dryness, dehydration, some breakouts. So I busted this out just to see if this helps a little bit, which it does, although calling it matte for me is not true. This does not keep me matte. I am quite oily in my T-zone. This doesn't help with that, but at least I'm getting a little bit more use out of it. I did use it 6 times in March and have already used it almost that many in April. So here is what it is looking like. Obviously, there's still a lot of product in here. I'll move over and put last month's picture next to it. But yeah, this one's gonna be around for a good long time, but at least I am getting a little bit more use out of it now. Then I have this Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector, and this one I only used 1 time in March, so there's absolutely no difference. So I'll go ahead and show you what it is looking like. There is a lot of pan in there, but there is still plenty of product left. So obviously this is going to be around for a while yet. I use this a lot in the summer, so I'm looking forward to kind of getting, first of all, to summer break, but secondly, to be getting a little bit more use out of this because this is for my like really light, no makeup days where I just need a little bit of corrector under my eyes because I am prone to dark circles, and then really no other product. So that's not how I do my makeup for school. I need it to last all day. So this one really doesn't get use at all during the school year. So hopefully I can get this used up mostly over the summer, but we'll just have to see how it goes. The next 2 items are my powder blushes. I switch between my cream and my powder each month. So in March, I was focused on my cream blushes, and I'm using the powder blushes again now that it is April. So I did not use this one at all. This is the Too Faced Papa Don't Peach blush. So it looks exactly like it did the last time you saw an update, but hopefully after April, there will be a bit of a change because I am currently using it this month. And same with the Benefit blush that I have, Rockateur. This one does have some pan in it. It's this shade right here. So I'm really hoping I can expand that this month and have a really good dent in this and perhaps have this finished within the next few months. But obviously, we'll see how it goes. So now let's go ahead and talk about the cream blushes. I do have them in this case right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put a picture of all 3 of them from, this would have been, what, February. And then here is what we are looking like after another month's worth of use. So you can see I have expanded the pan here in this shade right here. This is from Buxom. This is the shade Las Vegas. I also do have a little bit more pan in this shade right here. This is from Laneige. This is the shade Cashmere Nude. And obviously these are the two Tom Ford shades, Orchid Soleil and Jared. So let's talk about the number of times I use them. Now keep in mind with Pink Eye, I missed a lot of work because I also had spring break thrown in there and I was not wearing makeup as I was trying to like clear up what was going on with my eyes. So I used the Laneige shade 4 times and then I used the Buxom and Tom Ford shades 5 times each. So not great. Usually I can get like 6 or 7 uses per blush, but that didn't happen in March for various reasons, as I've already mentioned. So this is what we are looking like. The next item is a lip gloss. This is the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade JJ, and I am making slow and steady progress here. So that blue mark is where it was at the start of April. The product is now sitting below that because I have used it a handful of times already in April. I did use this a total of 5 times in March, so not as much use as I would have wanted. I still think I can potentially get this done this month. So I'll see how it goes, but that would be really great if I could get this used up. If not this month, probably the first part of May. The next item is this Glossier Cherry Balm.com, and I only used this 3 times, so I did not draw another mark on here because the product is in the same place. As I've mentioned, my focus right now is that ColourPop gloss, so until that is used up, this one and the next item I'm going to show you aren't going to get a ton of use, but hopefully I can still get this done by the end of the year. The other lip item that I have is this tinted lip balm from Spoiled Child. I only used this 1 time, so this is in exactly the same place that it was when I started this project. So you can see there is a lot of product left. Again, this one will become a focus once that ColourPop shade is finished. So this one is just gonna have to continue to hang out. I kind of use it periodically if I'm in a rush. I can put this on really quick, but it's just not a focus right now for me. I also do have a lip liner. This is the Pillow Talk lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna go ahead and put the progress pictures right here. You can see I am making some pretty nice progress on this, and I did use it 5 times in March. So usually I will use this in conjunction with the lip gloss from ColourPop, so that's why those numbers are the same. The next item is an eyeshadow. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Frog. Now, as I've mentioned, this is a very soft formula, so here is what we are looking like. Obviously, there is pan in the middle, but this is a product that you can really move around a lot to expand the pan a ton. Now, I did use this 4 times in March. Again, Pink Eye, I was avoiding a lot of eye makeup. This one can also be a little bit messy. It kind of will travel a little bit, so I don't always use it, but it is really, really pretty. I do not think I will have any trouble getting this used up by the end of the year, but I'm happy to kind of take my time with it. The other eyeshadow shade that I have in this project is from Urban Decay. This is a single shadow in the shade Foxy. Now, this shade is very similar to one that was in my Pan That palette, but that shade has been completed, which means I can fully turn my attention to this one. So I did use this 3 times in March because that is when I finished the other shade. So this one will hopefully start getting a lot of expansion in the pan as I'm able to use it pretty much daily. The final 2 items are perfumes. The first one is this Kiss the Girl perfume from like a Sephora and Disney collaboration. I have not used this one at all yet, so it does have this mark here. That's where it was at the start of the year, and that's where it's going to continue to sit until I finish this one. This one is the Coach Poppy perfume, and I did use this 11 times in March. So here is where we are. You can see it is slightly below that blue line because again, I made that mark on April 1st, and we are now at the 13th. So there's been a bit more use on this, and my goal is going to be to attempt to finish this month, but most likely I'm gonna have to carry it over slightly into May. Once this one is done, I will start using this one. To me, this one is more of like a summery scent, so that's why I've been holding on to it and focusing on this one first. So that is the final updates for this project. So there you go. That is my Project Pan update for April. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more from me, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.